All right, guys, back again with Kevin. All right, scratch that, take two. All right, guys, back again with Kevin. I have a project, right? But I'm gonna need this particular part, and the part finally gets shipped in yesterday, so I could finally continue this project, right? I'm not sure if you know what this is, but this is our old Game Boy SP. I don't know. I am still a game head, right? So I had this. This is the first gaming, well, actually the second gaming console my mom ever bought me and my little brother. So he had his own, but this is the exact one I've had since I was in like my mid-teens, right? I had Brandon bring me the charger in last year for it, and I started gaming with it again. And then my neighbor, he had Pokemon Emerald, and he sold it to me because he doesn't have a console anymore. So I just bought it from him, pretty cheap compared to what I see it online here. But the issue with this was two things, right? One was the battery would last me about 20 minutes, give or take. And the other was the screen. The screen issue isn't as bad to me personally, but the battery portion is kind of annoying, having to charge it every 20 minutes. So guess what came in? I bought the battery. The screen, I've been contemplating if I should buy it, since that is pretty expensive. I'll contemplate that a little bit longer because it isn't worth it to me personally, because my screen isn't as bad. All right. So the battery came in. Let's see what's in the package together. All right.
Bruh.
Standard box, right? Nothing crazy, to be honest. I did buy a pretty much large battery. We have the tools, which I won't even use, and the battery in another box. Talking in front of the camera like this is pretty nice, you know. Seeing that I actually could see myself on the second screen on the DJI Action 4, I appreciate that. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I'm pretty rough when it comes to opening box. Alright, so here's the battery, right? This one is well, it marks it too. It marks replaceable for replacement for the GBA. Let me see if it can focus on that. Hopefully exposure is alright. Hopefully, alright. But it has replacement battery for GBA SP. Warranty, blah blah blah. This is a lithium ion battery, 900 milliamps an hour. Yep, perfect. Alright. I just need to remove one screw off at the back of this. I'm pretty much replacing myself. The screen, however, is a little bit more tactical, or more technical, my bad, because you have to kind of solder it onto the board in order to use the light button. I asked the guys at work in the IT department if they could tackle it, and one of them were down for the idea, so I'll see if I get the screen later in 2026. But yeah, but look, like I show you how to tackle this. Nothing crazy, right? I know my Lee brother, he do all the technical stuff, but me, I just do the basics. Peekaboo. Or I kinda comedic when I read it, right? Alright, I'm gonna see where they're going. Yeah, I feel like it's a good angle. Nothing too crazy. Put my laptop over here. I look at brands, right? Cause my bro Brandon, you'll see him in some of the other vlogs. But he pretty technical, right? Like he build his own PC type of stuff. That his thing. Alright. So let me show you what's going on. So here we have the SP and the replacement battery. I left the older battery back in Belize, so when I open this, you won't see it in there. I didn't trust bringing it on the plane since it was swell. Right, but all we gotta do is remove this screw, which is pretty easy. Alright, I hope I get the right screw. Nope, wrong screw. Alright, so I finally found the right screw. Alright. Pretty much easy for take out, to be honest, something crazy. Alright, voila. Moment of truth. I know you're fit now. And why do I know that? I guess I just know. I'm looking at this because I thought it had water damage throughout the years, but nah. Pretty clean, to be honest with you. Where's Brand's blower, wind blower? Oh. 1 minute. Alright, well, I was looking for Brand's wind blower, but I couldn't find it, so I guess it's just gonna... I did clean it up before I got here anyhow, because I have stuff home, so I did clean it up. I don't think it's dirty anymore, so everything should be in order. Alright. So now, just to plug it in. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, probably this way. My bad, my bad. That's the position I have this camera. So in order for me to take a video and use it, voila, fitting perfect. All right, let's see, moment of truth. Perfect. All right, let's screw on the back. All right, so I don't replace the battery and I don't find the charger as well, so I just plug it in and give it a charge. But this is basically my small project I want to complete. I had it on my mind when I'm back home in Belize. So that's good to see, and we'll see what else I upload during this week. I have more content to edit, a lot of content to edit. I just need to get to it, but I feel like this one was the most easiest, so I tackled this one first. Peace.